Traders, welcome back. Episode 60. Connor, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Scotty. How are you?
I'm very well. Yeah, look, I can't complain. And before we get into this beautiful looking Euro Swiss chart, quick risk disclaimer. So both Connor and I, we're presenting you guys, this Trade Talk podcast. It's not financial advice though. So we're not giving you, alerts. We're not giving you signals. We're just providing an education on, how to start trading. And, it's an entertainment. It's not, let's do this, let's do that. If you are looking to learn to trade, please do your research and find something that makes sense to you with your education. Don't risk real money straight away as well. And don't rush the whole process. Is that what you'd sort of agree with there, Connor, with the rushing?
That's what we keep trying to hit home.
It's hard for people because they're like, I want to make money. I want to make money straight away. And we're like, please don't think like that. Now, the Euro Swiss, for anyone that's in this long, it's quite interesting. So, Connor, you got into this a couple of weeks ago or so. When did you get into this one?
Yeah, okay, thanks for calling me out. I got into this, just bear with me as I quickly get my ruler. I got into this, 17 days ago. So this is
So, guys, here's the entry that he took, that red line there. And now the green line is the stop loss, and that's where it's been moved to. Wow. This is so... To the viewers who are thinking, why is the stop loss so low? Connor, just explain, when would you move the stop again? What would you be looking to see?
I'd be looking for a high low, Scotty. So I'd be looking for another retracement. And as soon as I saw that retracement start to make its way back up, I would put my stop loss under that. So it's like you're looking for it's basically a trend trading system off a breakout. So I look for those big winners, and I look to really capitalize off a breakout, and hopefully I can get the the 5-to-1s and things like that.
Well, this is it's been pretty dull the whole year nearly. This is pretty interesting. So up here, guys, this blue line is the monthly resistance level. So I've got it up here on the chart too. So the last time it was up here at 1.120 was back in 2014. So when, the Swiss announcement just completely messed up the financial markets. Well, Forex related anyway. So it's very interesting where it is quite, now. So I think we'll be, watching and waiting. We can't really do much in regards to the stop getting moved too soon. You just want to let the price action tell the story. But what about unrealized? Is it around 2% or so you're sitting in right now?
It'd be like 0.5%, something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Yep. Yeah. So that's not. I mean, that's the blue line, guys. So if anyone's looking to buy into this, that would be something to take into consideration though, because this will be quite interesting to see how it reacts. Because I've got the monthly chart up now, and it really, when the currency was, regulated and it was pegged, it didn't really drop below that, and then it's sort of back up here finally. So we'll see what it does with the Euro Swiss, but it's very interesting. Also, Connor, we'll just quickly touch on, I've got your Aussie yen. So you got into this one at that green line there at 80, what is that, 82.99 or so?
Green line is my, so the green line is now my stop loss.
Pardon me, yep.
Yeah, I got in off the big bullish candle that broke out through the box.
Yep,
Took the trade at the exact next candle. So I took it. So in this one, I am probably a few pips, and I'm at break even. It's a break even.
Yeah, I was going to say. So guys, the entry is just above the high there of that candle, and then it did pull back. So this is a good little example here. So that's when the stop has moved, everyone. So just to give you an understanding of the system, because the worst mistake a lot of people make, Connor, I don't know if you would agree, is probably taking the profits is not really clear, and it's probably too early. So as you can see, he kind of didn't take profits, at the top of that candle there, that wiki sort of candle at the top there at nearly 84 cents or so. But, you move the stop and you let it continue on. And it's interesting, the Aussie dollar against the US dollar, it's actually strengthening as well. So this could be another, semi-favorable one. But the Euro Swiss, we did discuss that a bit longer, guys, because of the significance of that level and how long it's been since it's been up there for. So we'll be sitting and watching and waiting on that. So there's the monthly chart again as well there. So it's interesting. So you don't have any open risk currently as well, which is a good thing.
Yeah, so I can get into other trades. I can still risk my.
Yeah. What's your take on I was talking about the Aussie dollar. Oh, it's interesting. Is that so with the Aussie dollar? I've got that up on. I'll bring that up on the daily.
Yeah.
Is that it's not? Yeah. What's your take on that? Is that not quite?
Ugly. Stay away from it. Myself, my trading system, I'll stay away from it. Just looks ugly.
Yeah, like I've got the 4 hour up, and just for people who are thinking, yeah. So you take your entries on the daily as well?
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say it's sort of gone too long sideways as well, hasn't it? Now it's very,
Yeah. I was looking at it. I was looking at it on the 4 hourly at one stage, but it just sort of dipped, and that looks ugly, so I didn't take anything.
This is a bit of a characteristic of the Aussie dollar. What we're seeing currently right here, this long range that it's in, it's very, this is what happens with you. And then it just goes up, down, very tight range though, and it's very frustrating. Like as you can see, the high is 78 and then the low is 77.3. That's frustrating if you're trying to get, some decent pips there. It's not really doing much. Was there anything else that sort of caught your eye recently on the charts?
No, there's nothing that's catching my eye at the moment. What about you? You're not doing too well in the cable.
Yeah, let's bring that up, guys. So I want to discuss. Here's my entry. So it moved a little bit in my favor, but I was hoping for a bit of a pullback because that's you like to see that a little bit, and then it did, and then recently, this was yesterday, it sold off heavily. And I wasn't even watching. I saw last night, and I'm like, oh, But then it had a bit of a rally. It's interesting now. I mean, to me, where the stop loss is, guys, there's the red line there for the viewers, and the stop loss is at 1.1930. No, 1.4139. I was looking at the Euro Swiss. So it's probably about 70% to the stop loss. And you're thinking, Scott, close the trade out. Well, look, there is a little bit of support down here. And that's not really to my rules, so I'll be letting this develop, and it'll be a good little teaching tool to see how it does. Because obviously once a week we'll update how we're going. So I'll watch this one. I mean, is it dire straits? It's not. There's a bit of water on the boat. It's sinking a little bit now.
Don't call it a comeback.
You
just got to your teeth and bear it.
Yeah. That's right.
It's like it can get. I mean, there's been times where it's been literally 2 or 3 pips away from my stop loss and managed to come back. And
a good example is the Euro Aussie for that. For what Connor was talking about, that like it's almost like it's teasing you, but it doesn't hit it, and then it will go back up. So, just stick to what you've back tested is the key rule, really.
Yeah, the market's made to take that money off those impatient people who want to move their stop loss and things.
Yeah, it is. Now, I just remembered someone on Facebook, on the Facebook page, Trade Talk Pippin, or is it Trade Talk Pippin Ain't Easy on Facebook? I think it's Trade Talk Pippin Ain't Easy. Yeah. So they got in touch, and they asked me on Messenger about the pound yen and how it was sort of going up. Now, look, as you can see, similar to the pound US dollar, it had a pretty big bearish candle print, a really nice engulfing candle. To me, that's... but it has stabilized. So currently, if you were looking, he was looking for a buy trade, I would say you got to wait until it gets back up to the recent highs.
Are you looking at the 4 hour?
Yeah, the 4 hour. I'll check the daily out. This will give us a bit of a clearer perspective. Always do this, guys. Always go to the higher time frames to get a bit of a, higher perspective on where exactly. I mean, there is an uptrend recently, but now I would say you got to wait because it's it really is pressing, that it's going to go down further. But this current daily candle is interesting, so there's a bit of life left there for the bulls, but it's sort of the 4 hours like, wow, that's not. What about that for a box trade, or has the 4 hour gone too long sideways?
So I'd actually be looking at it to go short.
Yeah.
This is just my system though, because I've got it now. It's pierced back through some support.
Yeah.
On mine, and it's now going sideways along this support. And so if it was to go like further down a bit more, I'd actually be looking to short it. But it depends what your system is. I've got like pretty much a 50% or 49% win rate on the box trade.
Yep.
So, you know, it does. I do lose a bit on it. However, I've been going all right this year with it. So,
and that's important to know, guys. Your win rate. So, what to expect out of your system. So, if you have like, you know, 4 losers in a row or 5 losers in a row, you know, don't be disheartened if it's 50%, because out of 10 trades, it's going to be 5 and 5 or whatever. So, or out of 100 trades, you got to have some perspective in regards to that. So, but
if you don't know what your R is, so like how much you get per trade on average, if you don't know what your win rate is, and you're not aware of what your drawdown is or your risk to ruin, so blowing up your account, if you don't know any of that, then you shouldn't be trading.
Yeah, because I've mentioned that to a few people that have reached out to me about understanding Forex. That's very important. So make sure you get some data to support, you know, whether or not the system's appropriate, because you could have a 90% win rate system, but the R is really tight. So you have to maintain that high win rate, or else you're not going to make money. Because even if you're taking profits, if one losing trade could eat up 3 or 4 winning trades worth of P&L. So it's important to understand that. So a lot of back testing. There's a link in the description section as well, guys. Twitter, we put those links up as well. So check it out. You get a discount. And then demo trade. Don't just jump into the live markets, because it's good to just sort of be aware of how to use MetaTrader or OANDA FX trade and risk management and things like that. I just saw the time as well, kind of. God, I thought it was only like 8 minutes, but is there any? Yeah, I lost track of time there. Now, there was a few things to go over, guys. Connor, is there anything that you want to conclude with?
No, you hit it on the head as always.
Well, guys, again, thank you for watching. So Connor and I are both long Euro Swissy. If you've got any questions, leave a comment. Go on Twitter, Facebook. You'll be able to reach us in many ways. But thanks for watching, Connor. Thanks again.
Thank you, Scott.
Good guys, trading. Happy trading, everyone. Bye for now, guys.